Hello friends, it's Alana, and today we're going to be decluttering my desk. I posted a video last week cleaning out my office closet, and a lot of you seem to really enjoy it, so today I'm going to be doing another decluttering video, but this time focusing on my desk and specifically the drawers of my desk because those get really cluttered really quickly and they were looking a little worse for wear, so I decided it was time to make a bit of a change. Honestly, I have been on a roll with cleaning and decluttering lately. I'm writing an office spring cleaning, but honestly I feel like it's a part of my ongoing existential crisis and my need to try to form some sort of control over what's happening in my life, even though I really can't, so instead I'm just decluttering. That got really deep. I tend to keep my room and my office workspace really clean. It's really hard for me to work and live in a space that's cluttered, but we all have those areas that are super messy, and for me, if I can hide it behind a door or a drawer, those are the places that tend to collect a lot of mess because I can't see it. I can very easily hide the mess. That has definitely happened with my desk. It is not super well organized, and considering that this is where I do all of my work, it's really not conducive to a productive work system. So I'm going to take you along on my journey with me today of decluttering it. Without further ado, let's get started. So the first place that I'm starting with the desk is the bottom right drawer. This drawer holds a lot of my cards and stationery and stamps and stickers. I send out thank you cards as one of my Patreon tier perks every month, and so I have quite a collection of thank you cards built up down here. I also have some extras like pins. So what I did first was I took everything out of the drawer. I had open boxes of thank you cards because for some boxes I'll open them and won't use all of them, and so then there's just a couple left. I really tried to condense these down so there weren't a ton of empty or half empty postcard boxes in this drawer. It really took up a lot of space. So instead I just put a lot of the different random cards that were left over from past thank you card boxes into bigger boxes to just kind of keep them a little bit more together and organized. Along with the thank you cards, I also had a lot of cards that were sent to me from relatives or friends for past occasions like my graduation or my birthday. I really like to keep cards because I'm pretty sentimental, and so I have a little clear storage bin that I've been keeping them in, so I went and got that and then put the rest of the cards that I had tucked away in this drawer from family and friends into the box that I keep to store things in. I know some people like to throw away the cards that they get, or they'll take pictures of it and then throw them away, but cards are really personal and I really like to keep them, especially for big moments. Like my graduation cards, I really wanted to keep those. I had a lot of stickers and random things floating around, so I just tried to organize them and tuck them into folders. Sometimes I like to add stickers on the back of cards when I'm mailing them out just for a fun extra little flair. So I have a folder of stickers now that I can use and some sticker books to kind of accent the thank you cards when I mail them out. After everything was nice and organized, I decided to dust out and then clean out the drawer just with some disinfectant spray. There was a lot of dust at the bottom, and so it was good to get that out of there. I haven't cleaned the drawers like that in a while. Once everything was dry, I stacked the items back inside the drawer, grouped the cards together, like I grouped the Christmas and holiday cards together in one corner, and I grouped the thank you cards together in another corner that were just generic. I kept the envelopes together, that kind of stuff. Overall, this looks so much better, and I'm so excited about writing the next month's round of Patreon thank you cards now because now I have a much better system to work with. After that drawer, I moved on up to the middle drawer. This one has always been more of a tech-centered drawer for me, and it has a lot of cords in it, most of which I never use and have no idea what they go to. I kind of have this really bad habit of, especially with my tech, because I'm someone who uses a lot of tech for their job, I keep all of these cords and stuff, even if I don't think I'll ever use them, because I feel like I might need them at some point, and honestly, that's just not the case. So I really went through and was honest this time about the types of cords that I thought that I would use, some of which I forgot that I even had, and the types of cords that I just didn't need anymore or had no idea what they went to. Other things in this drawer include really old cameras. I'm super sentimental, so I kept my first ever cameras, my camcorder and my first ever pink Kodak camera. I also have my 2DS and my DSi because I can't ever get rid of those. I love my old game consoles. I have a Kindle and a Kindle Fire that I have not used in a very long time. It's hard for me to read on e-readers. I love reading reading and turning the actual pages, but I do have those. I mostly use them if I go on a trip and can't bring something with me, and I much prefer the Kindle that doesn't have the glowing screen, just has like the more natural screen because it's better on my eyes. Although, how many times have I stayed up until 3 in the morning reading fanfic on my phone? Who am I to talk about what's good for my eyes or not? There were some camera accessories and things I didn't want to get rid of that I just put in some Ziploc bags to try and keep more organized. Then I moved into the top drawer on the right side. This one is the one that I'd say I access the most frequently. It holds all of my tape, my stapler. I kept my headphones and my little microphone for TikToks in there. It's just got a lot of stuff that I regularly need to access. Because of that, it's also the one that's the most cluttered. Now, I took a lot of things out of this drawer like I did with the other two, but I didn't take everything out. There is a organizer that's on the bottom that's kind of a pain to get out, and so I just left that in there. To be perfectly honest, I would probably be better off getting a new desk organizer for this drawer, but I just don't want to spend the money to do that right now, so I didn't. Some of the things in this drawer were better suited for the other two drawers, and so I ended up moving some of the tech things like my iPad, my earbuds, and my microphone down to the middle drawer with the rest of the tech stuff, and that kind of helped me declutter the drawer a little more too. Some of the items I just decided not to keep in the desk at all, and I put in other places, which also helped because this drawer is pretty tiny. It doesn't have a lot of depth to it, and so it's hard to fit a lot of things in there anyway. I ended up condensing my thumbtacks into a mason jar that I already had halfway filled with thumbtacks, so I just put them all in there. Once I had gone through everything, I really tried to better organize the plastic desk organizer that I had in this drawer. It's not 100% where I would like it to be, but it's a lot better than it was before. Once that drawer was done, we completed an entire side of the desk, so then I moved on to the left side. I started with the bottom left-hand drawer. This drawer has always been a bit of a mess. To be honest, all of them have, but this one just kind of becomes a dark pool of nothingness because it's the one that I don't access as frequently as all the others. This one and the tech one are probably tied for the ones that I open up the least. So this drawer has a lot of my journals, notebooks, and as you can see, it contains quite a few containers of slime. I recently have learned that slime is really nice for de-stressing me, and I like to play with it when I'm sitting in Zoom meetings or just need something to do with my hands. It's really hard for me to just sit there and not do anything, especially when I'm trying to listen, so this really helps me, and they smell nice, and they're relaxing and fun. So I have 6 or 7 different slimes that I will play with, but I keep them all in this desk drawer because I use them the most when I'm sitting at my desk. Again, I took everything out just to look through it. A lot of these notebooks I've found are notebooks that I've started writing in and then kind of abandoned after a few pages, and the way that my brain works is that it's really hard for me to add new things to the notebooks if old stuff is already in there, and I don't want to rip the pages out because then it leaves like tears. Anyway, it's a whole predicament. I know I could just take pictures of the pages that I've written in, but some of the stuff is from when I was like a little kid, and it's kind of funny, and I'm just not ready to part with it. So I instead opted for a system that would make it so that I could fit more journals in here without it looking super cluttered. So I stood them up as opposed to having them laying down, and found that that really helped. And even just this little thing changed the whole look of the drawer. Moving on to the last drawer, this is my planner drawer. So it's got all of my planner stickers, washi tape, that kind of stuff. I go in here a lot because I love planning and decorating and journaling. So this drawer gets quite a lot of use, but recently it's been making me really frustrated because the way that I had it set up was not conducive to me finding stickers or anything. So I decided to take everything out and remove the few things that were in the back of the drawer and move them down to the second drawer. Those were a couple of little journals I had back there. I have this planner basket. It's supposed to hold stickers, washi tape, and markers and that kind of stuff, but I have so many stickers now that they don't all fit in this little bin, and if I did put the stickers in there, I wouldn't be able to access them by pulling the drawer out. So what I did was I dumped out all my washi tape and put the washi tape in this carrier. Got a couple little different sections, so even though the washi tape isn't as well organized as I would like it to be, I would like to get washi tape drawers one day. It's still a little better organized than it was before when I had half of my washi tape in a Ziploc bag. Put the case back in the drawer with just the washi tape in it, and I did that sideways so that there was still room on the other half of the drawer for me to put all of my sticker books back in. Now, these sticker books are all from the Happy Planner. I'm kind of obsessed with them, and I've collected a lot of them over the past few years. When I first started collecting these sticker books, they didn't have the tops labeled as what they were. Now they label the top of them with what the sticker books are. So the ones that weren't labeled, I always have to pull out and try to read what they they are instead of just looking at the top. So I took a silver Sharpie and wrote on the tops of them what the sticker books were, so I could just look when they're in the drawer and see what they are without having to go through and start pulling all of them out. It really has helped so far. I put all the sticker books in standing up, and then between those books and the washi tape, I put some of my other more loose sheets of stickers. So my last step of decluttering my desk was just to dust and clean off the top of it. Again, I keep the top of my desk really well organized, but to kind of complete it, I decided to go through and just clean that anyway because it does get kind of dusty, especially around and behind my computer monitor. I just took everything that I could off the desk, wiped it down, put it back, dusted, and everything looked really nice and spotless. Overall, I'm really happy with how the desk looks now and how I was able to declutter it. I spend 90% of my time at this desk and I wanted it to work the best that it could for me. And again, I'm really trying to go through and declutter things before I move back to Los Angeles, hopefully sometime this summer. And when I do move, I'm gonna have to take some of my desk supplies with me, and it's a lot easier for me to know now what I should take with me and what I should keep here. So that was another decluttering video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that some of you on my last video have said that you've also been doing some spring cleaning type things, so that's all very exciting. If you're interested in seeing more from me, you can check out my Instagram and my TikTok. That is all for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye!